It was nearly 2 years ago that I built this tapering jig, and at the time I just made a demonstration video showing how it worked. I didn't do a build video, so that's what I wanted to do today. Now at the time I made a free plan for it, and that was available as a SketchUp model with a few different pages showing the parts and the dimensions. Since then I've remade the plans in a PDF format so it's easily downloaded and printed, and it shows all of the detail that the old one did, plus it has a printable template for the hold down triangular blocks that some people were having a problem with. I'm going to stick with the original plan except for one change. I'm going to be making the new one entirely out of plywood. I got 1/2 inch plywood for the base and the hold downs, and 3/4 inch plywood for the steps and the end piece and the stop block. My first cut is 1/2 inch plywood, and I need a piece that's 6 inches wide and 30 inches long. The next part is the first step on the tapering jig, and that's made from 3/4 inch plywood that's 2 1/4 inches wide and 29 1/4 inches long. The next two steps are 1 1/2 and 3/4 inches high and 26 inches long. The end with the handle is 6 inches wide, 3 3/4 inches tall. The stop block is also 3/4 inch plywood, and it's 1 1/2 inches wide and 3 inches long. I need to lay out the locations for the carriage bolts, and I'm drawing a line down the middle of the base. The carriage bolts are 5 inches apart along the length of the base. The base needs counterbores on the bottom to clear the heads of the carriage bolts, and I set the depth stop on my drill press to drill in 1/4 inch. I switched to a 1/4 inch bit to drill through at each location. I need to drill 2 1 1/4 inch holes in the end for the handle, then I can complete the cut with the jigsaw. I'm just going to knock the corner off on the end piece here and round everything over on the router table. To make the slot for the stop block, I'm drilling the end holes with a 5/16 inch drill bit and connecting them with the jigsaw. Now I need a 1/4 inch hole in the center of the stop block for the carriage bolt. Then I can pound the carriage bolt into the hole. Now I can get started on assembly. First I'm going to attach the end with the handle in it to the base. Next I can attach the first step with glue and nails. Then I get to smash that off again because I put it on the wrong side. With that mistake fixed, I can glue and nail in the next two steps. The jig uses 5 4-inch carriage bolts, and they go in from the bottom and seat in the counterbores. A washer and nut is threaded on from the other side to keep the bolts in place. Next, the stop block is put in with a fender washer and a wing nut. All that's left to do is to cut out the hold down blocks, and here I'm cutting out the template with a sharp knife. I need 2 hold downs, so here I've taken 2 pieces of 1/2 inch plywood, 4 1/2 inches wide, and tacked them together. Then I can paste on the template. Back to the drill press to drill the 5/16 inch holes. Then I can use the jigsaw to finish the cut. Now I'm going to use the bandsaw to cut out the hold downs. Then it's just to remove the paper and sand them smooth. Put the hold downs in place. They're oriented this way. Add a fender washer and a wing nut. Well, the only thing left to do is to make a cut with it, and I'll close out the video with that. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching.